Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. We've got a few things planned for you today. As you know, we are smack dab in the middle, or we're actually in the second half of basketball season here in Eastern Connecticut, and we have some coaches on today that can give us an idea of where they're at with their teams so far this year. Right now, as you can see on the screen. I think you can. There we go. He's Plainfield head coach Chris McAteer. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So, last year was you started out the year as the JV coach, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And then halfway through the year, an opportunity presented itself, and you became the head coach of the varsity team. What did you think? It was like, boom, there it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tremendous, and I took the bull by the horns and took the reins, and the kids were to me, and we had a great second half. Kids were playing fantastic, and we narrowly missed making the state tournament, and we were all a little bummed about that. So it became a goal of ours for this year. So,
well, it seems like Plainfield Athletics is definitely making strides. Like at the very last game, for Plainfield in football, or I should say Valley at that point, you
correct.
guys made the state tournament. We were all in the press box that morning.
Yeah.
And did you think that you were even gonna the school was gonna make states for football?
I didn't really know much about the dynamics of the football team. I mean, I've been announcing for this is my 25th year. So I wasn't really sure of the dynamics going into the season. But once I saw them play and I watched a couple of their practices and spoke with the coaches, there was a real different aura about the team. And they were playing there. They loved playing with the kids from Ellis and Putnam and Thompson. They all gelled like they've been playing together for years. So, yeah, there was a belief, and I think everybody was in on that belief in the Valley Panther organization.
And I think a lot of those kids had really been playing together for a long time, especially the Ellis Tech kids, because they were from Plainfield anyway.
Yep.
For the most part. So,
yeah.
Enough of football. We're here to talk basketball. This year, your first full year of doing varsity. Now, how many years did you coach JV?
I started under Bob Aramoni. Believe it was 2018. I was one of his one of his assistant coaches on the JV and varsity level with Anthony Picallo, and I've been on the bench since then.
And then here you are.
Here I am today.
So now this year, what was your record last year? What was your final record last year?
I believe we finished 6-2. 15 with an ECC tournament game.
Okay. This year a little bit different. Right now, you guys are holding strong at 6-6.
7-6.
7-6.
7-6. We beat Putnam over the weekend at Putnam to get us to 7 wins.
Oh, okay. Well, what am I
Yep.
missing here? Let's see. I got Putnam, Bacon, Montville, Lyman, Turtelot, Wheeler. Did you guys beat Norwich Tech?
Norwich Tech.
Okay.
We did. Yep, at Norwich
Yeah,
Tech.
no, the score's not listed in here. What?
Oh, okay. Yep. We
God
beat
knows
them down there.
God knows the CIAC's never wrong. Their stuff.
Yep.
So right now you've won your last two.
Correct.
Bacon Academy 64-54, and Putnam 68-61. What's different this year than say last year?
Confidence, belief in themselves, belief in their teammates, playing together, and just playing free, playing loose. And bottom line is we're out there having fun. It's still and I think us as coaches, sometimes we take it a little bit beyond the fact that it is a game. And I've been to reiterate to the kids last year at the second half of the year and this year that it is just a game. We need to be having fun, and we play better when we're having fun. So that's really been it.
So 7-6. I'm glad to hear that the Norwich Tech was a victory for you guys. You guys have a real solid shot of making states in basketball.
We do. Yes. Yep. That was one of our goals at the beginning of the year. I went down and asked all the players, what's your goal for this season? And we had kids that said make state tournament, ECC tournament, play at Mohegan Sun, win a lot of games. It ran the gamut, but they all had one mantra, and it was they wanted to win. And they wanted to win as many games as possible and continue the season as long as possible.
Very, very good. So one of the reasons why I wanted you to come on today, and I got a hold of athletic director Tom Hardy, who's now the vice principal or the assistant principal.
Assistant principal, yep.
Oops. And you got something that's going to go down tonight. I mean, you're going to be at Wheeler in North Stonington. We're going to be there streaming your game. And one of the big reasons is you have a young man who's a 4-year starter, and he's going to hit his 1,000th point tonight. Braden Marquis.
Yes. Yep. Braden is a tremendous student athlete, and I stress that student athlete portion because he's a honor society kid. He is very involved in school, in his community, and he happens to also be a very good athlete, basketball player. So, yeah, I'm super excited for Braden and for his family that he will have this opportunity tonight to score his 1,000th point. He has worked really, really hard since his freshman year to become better at all aspects of the game, and super excited and super proud. And so are his teammates to see him get to this point and get this,
So one of the things I was talking to his mother, been following it really for the last 6 to 8 months. I kept telling her, I said, you got to let me know where Braden is, as far as, his points are concerned, because we want to make sure that, we get the game on, for Plainfield and for Braden. Like same thing we did for Morgan Yanish a couple of years ago. It's a huge deal. We made sure we were there for Caden Kozlowskis, in Griswold. And now you got Kobe Mills, who's, hopefully on the cusp of that as well.
Yeah, another tremendous athlete.
Yeah. Oh, he's insane. He's an insane athlete. That good.
Yep.
But Braden, I mean, just the same. Let's not forget, he's one heck of a cornhole player.
He is. He just informed me that he got nationally ranked, I believe, as a cornhole player. So, I mean, it seems like anything this kid touches, he does it well. Like I said, it's just a testament to his hard work, and when he puts his mind to something, he wants to be the best or be part of the best at that.
Yeah, absolutely. So tonight the game is 7:00. It's going to be on SNSN Sports, Plainfield versus Wheeler. It's pretty much public knowledge. Braden needs 2 points. 2 points. So, there goes Chris McAteer. Braden needs 2 points, and I was telling. I saw Braden just the other day, and I told him, I said, why don't you do that and get it done right on the tip off? Just get it done. Get it done right away, right on the tip. So hopefully, Mr. McAteer is going to join us back in a minute. Sometimes internet can be kind of funny where you are, and we're going to take a quick break and be back in a minute right here on SNSN Sports.
Is it safe to visit the dentist? In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
All right, looks like we have Mr. McAteer back. Hey, Chris, welcome back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Internet can be weird, man. I mean, let's see if we can get him here. It's just when you think, there he goes again. All right, I think that's gonna. I think we're not gonna get Mr. McAteer back for the rest of the show, but that's okay. We got mostly everything that we wanted to go ahead and talk about tonight. We were going to be on the air at 7:00. Griswold. Actually, that's not altogether wrong. We were actually streaming 2 games simultaneously tonight. One of the games is going to be Griswold against Stonington. That's going to be at 7:00, and then we are also going to be streaming at the same time on the SNSN Facebook pages. Would be Wheeler against Plainfield, where we will be able to go ahead and watch Braden Marquis get point number 1,000. He was close against Plainfield, or I should say Putnam, where he went off and had 30 points, and he only needed 32. So they pulled him, but I guess nobody was really ready and waiting, for him to get point number 1,000. So that's going to be tonight. 2 games simultaneously. Griswold Stonington will be on our YouTube page, and Plainfield against Wheeler will be on our Facebook pages. So that is tonight. So a lot of great basketball right here on SNSN Sports tonight. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back in a second. We've got another. We still have 2 more guests coming in. We have Coach Rob Molesky from the Griswold Wolverines, and also Nate Tedeschi, who is the head coach of the Griswold JV team, and they're undefeated. And we're going to talk to them in a minute right here on SNSN Sports.
Looking for chiropractic care that truly puts you first? At Plainfield Family Chiropractic, Dr. Worstman is caring, compassionate, and always accommodating. After working in several offices and learning different approaches to care, she built the perfect environment to serve her patients, one focused on comfort, trust, and results. For over 12 years, Plainfield Family Chiropractic has been promoting better health, one adjustment at a time. Call 860-317-1212 today and feel the difference with Plainfield Family Chiropractic.
Looking to keep our community safe, healthy, and moving in a positive direction? Visit griswoldpride.org, the local resource dedicated to preventing substance misuse and supporting youth and families right here in Griswold. From helpful information for parents, to programs for teens, to community events that bring us all together, Griswold Pride is here to make a real difference. Get involved, stay informed, and join the movement toward a stronger, healthier Griswold. Learn more today at griswoldpride.org. That's griswoldpride.org.
With a fast pay or easy pay refinance mortgage from Jewett City Savings Bank, you may be able to lower your rate or shorten your term, saving you money over the life of your loan. To give your current mortgage a refresh, stop by your nearest branch or visit us at jcsbank.com to apply online. We make that fast and easy too. Jewett City Savings Bank. Your life, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right. Welcome to SNSN Sports. My name is Chris Fabry. I'm here with Coach Mo. We're just going to do a quick little interview about, halfway point of the season and some of the things that are coming up. So to start, Mo, you're in kind of the dog days of the season. This is always, if you never played or you never coached, you don't really understand, this part of the season where the kids are tired. There's always injuries. There's always sickness. You're trying to get everything you can out of these kids. Yeah. What's your secret? As you have, you have to have some kind of secret. You've been
you
to
think
the
so?
State semis 2 out of the last 4 years.
Yeah.
You got to have something.
Yeah. You're 100% right. It's fresh minds and fresh legs at this point, and you just try to keep them sharp. You try to keep them interested. But yes, but right now, when you talked about the dog days, we are dealing with a number of injuries. It's the basketball gods have kind of turned on us. Last year we seemed to be injury free, and we got every bounce you could possibly imagine, and now we're not injury free, and against some of these tougher teams, the ball just hasn't gone in. But we did put the schedule together to challenge us. Our 4 losses are to 4 teams that played in semifinals last year with a lot coming back. And we were also one of those teams that played in the semifinals with a lot coming back. New London, finals. Old Lyme, finals. Grasso, semis. NFA, semis in a larger school. So we did put the schedule together to challenge our guys, to see where we are, and they're humbled. So we'll see what we can pull together here in the next, tomorrow or today, whenever this is being viewed.
So NFA, you'll see them again. You won't see Grasso again.
Nope.
Huge school, probably 4 times the size of Griswold. It'll be here, I believe, senior night, it looks like, on the schedule.
Yeah.
What do we got to do to knock them off?
Well, I have been working on, in the last 2 weeks, more of the mental approach of the game and the poise of the game. I think we're as talented as any team around. I watched Old Lyme and Cromwell a couple nights ago last week, and we have the same athletes. But there's some things we have to work on, and that's our composure and staying in the game for 32 minutes and not 26. Next play. And we're getting there, but it's something I do address every day. I sit in a chair and we talk about, various things. Not necessarily all basketball, but just being able to move on and a maturity, more mature. So it's something that we have to, it's something that we have to work on, and it's one of our negatives.
So, Mr. Cutter, does that have a little bit to do with that talk after the NFA game?
Well, you know what? Ironically, I've been talking about it before, and you know AC. AC's he's our heart and soul,
Yep.
and he's as competitive as a kid as I've ever had. And you know, I spoke with, you know, he's out tomorrow, or he's out the Stonington game, and I was on the phone with Dan Scavone from the CIAC, you know, going over their protocol, and you know, and I thought their policies were archaic, you know, and he says there are no appeals. It's a done deal. Once that whistle blows, it's a done deal. But he did say, you know, there are certain things that should have been done at that moment, almost like a protest in baseball.
Yeah.
You know, it was so anyway. Lesson
So you're
learned.
talking about the second tech. I saw it on film, and it seemed very minor.
Well, here was my argument. You know, it's a fast-paced game, and quite frankly, you know, I didn't know what the tech was. You know, and again, I didn't know if something was said. I didn't know if there was a physical push. I didn't know if he came from the elbow towards their bench, and how it happened was he happened to be on the sideline right near their bench, and it was a volatile situation, aggressive, whatever you want to call it. So, again, in my opinion, officials should have just said, hey, at that juncture of the game, 2 minutes to go, 2-point game, go. But it didn't happen that way. And so now we're paying for it.
So you said you'll be without Cutter and another starter
Yeah,
for next game.
yeah,
Who are you looking to step up?
yeah. Well, we've had, you know, talks today, and that's going to be Chris Coleman, Mason Mills. They're, you know, next guy up. And they're certainly capable, you know. They're certainly capable. So, you know, Stonington's going to have a little bit of extra juice, I'm assuming, you know, because they're, you know, these guys are bench guys, but these guys are varsity players. You know, Mason's 6'3". He can certainly get it done, and we've seen Chris play all season long. We see what he's capable of handling the ball. So we'll see. I'm glad we're here.
Yeah. So looking at the rest of the season, you got St. Bernard's, you got Stony, you got NFA again. What are some of the ones that you're circling before the tournament?
Well, we're trying to go, you know, one at a time. But you know, moving down the road here, you know, there's still teams that can beat us. We're like every other team in the state. We're jockeying for position and seed, you know, in the tournament. And I think most coaches would love to be in the top 8 to get a couple of home games. So, you know, that's what we're looking at. But you know, at St. Bernard's is not going to be easy. Obviously, NFA. I think even at Ledyard, you know, it's not. You know, that's a way as well. So we can't just show up. That's all I can tell you. And sometimes we just do that. You know, sometimes we get complacent and we don't respect our opponent, and therefore, you know, we don't play to our potential.
Well, I appreciate you taking the extra time after a long season, after a long practice. All right. Welcome to SNSN Sports. My name's Chris Fabry. I'm here.
Appreciate it. Thank you. So, Mike, whoopies and cream. That's my new business. It'll be year 3 coming up this season, and we're very excited about it. We're probably we'll be up to about 120 events this year, and we're booking now. But yeah, I would say try them. But it's not just the whoopie pies; it's the ice cream too. You know, it's whoopies and cream, but the cream is the ice cream. The cream is the ice cream.
The cream is the ice cream.
Because some people thought it was just whoopie pies for about 2 years, and Mike Minosky was the one guy.
All right. How you doing? This is Chris Fabry from SNSN Sports. We are interviewing undefeated coach Tedeschi. Nate, tell us about the season so far. What are some of the to stay undefeated, not to jinx you or anything, but what are some of those big wins you got left still?
Yeah, thank you for having me, first of all.
Yeah, last Saturday we had a pretty tough game against NFA there. That was a great game. Came down to the wire, and we just got a lot of guys that step up. It's obviously helpful when you have, there's 7 seniors on varsity, so you get all the juniors and the sophomores and everyone playing for you, which is obviously going to be pretty helpful. But, moving forward, we're just taking it one game at a time, and, looking forward to every opportunity that we have.
So I was a JV coach for a little while. Nothing was more annoying was when the varsity coach would start plucking kids. You almost didn't want them to play too well. Yeah. Looks like he's taking Chris from you. What adjustments do you have to make? How much time do you have to make these adjustments? Is it just next man up? What do you do?
Yeah, it's just next man up. We got young guys, freshmen, some sophomores that are ready to go, that have been doing really well also. We got your son, Drew Fabry. He's been doing really well. Liam Cassidy's stepping up in that role too. So, whoever I put on the court, I feel confident in. I got guys that are just willing to put it on the line, and I tell them to do something, they'll do it, whether it's screen guys or run through a brick wall. They'll do whatever I ask them to do, and that just makes it so much more enjoyable for me and for them. So, it's been great.
So you got NFA again. Looking at the calendar, that was the one that I kind of looked at, said, all right, this is probably your biggest one. St. Bernard's, you never know.
Right.
You never know. So Mark runs a great program there. But what are keys to the game if you don't have a Chris Coleman, you don't have, certain kids in that game against NFA?
I mean, the game plan doesn't really change. Obviously losing guys like Chris and Mason are huge just because of how much they do, whether it's shooting, ball handling. I think Mason probably had 25 rebounds against NFA on Saturday there. So, they just do so much for us. But as I said before, we got guys that are willing to step up. I think of, the rebounding aspect. I think of Anthony Ratcliffe. He's stepping up for me a lot. And as I said, I got freshmen that are still willing to step up, whether it's, Brady Chittick, Stevie DeRose, Derek, Drobiak, all those guys are ready to go, man. And it's when their number is called, they're ready to go. So nothing really changes in the aspect of the game plan. So it's just plugging guys in, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Now, this is year number 3 for you?
Yes. Yep.
And fresh out of college, right? Ish?
A little fresh-ish, yeah. Graduated in 22, so fresh-ish, we can say.
And you're teaching?
Yeah, I teach at Plainfield Central School.
Okay, I gotcha. Phys ed, I heard?
Yes, yep.
Yeah, so we're cut from the same cloth. What do you got? Any coaching aspirations? Are you looking one day to move up to that varsity spot?
Yeah, if the opportunity's there, I would be happy to take that. But, I'm happy where I'm at right now. We got a great group of guys, great group of coaches, and, I'm just enjoying the moment right now. I'm not looking too far ahead at anything and just taking everything one day at a time, learning everything that I can. Coach Mo was my coach when I played here. I graduated 2017, and he's my next door neighbor my whole entire life. So I grew up with the guy, just learning everything about the game and seeing how he operates out here. It's just been, super beneficial in my coaching as well, just picking up those little things. Every day I'm still just, getting myself involved in the practice, and he'll say something or do something. I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty smart. Kind of funny to say that, but,
Well, it's definitely something. You're always learning in the game of basketball. When I first got my varsity gig, I thought I had everything figured out, and I did not. And there were some tough years in there. So, the more you can learn from some of these guys, the better. Well, I wish best of luck. I'll be watching every game. We're going to televise your next one again.
Awesome.
We're going to try to televise as many JV games as we can, just just the future, of the program.
Absolutely. When you got 7 guys on varsity, you're kind of looking at the future right here. So.
Yeah, and we've said that a couple times.
Yeah,
when we see
exciting.
it out there, we're saying, hey, this is it. This is going to be the team next year. So, appreciate you staying after, giving us a little time here.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
If you own rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partnership.
All right, welcome back. A couple of good interviews that we just had. One with, Chris McAteer from Plainfield High School, Coach Molesky, and right there we just had Coach Nate Tedeschi, who's undefeated as a JV coach this year. So the basketball program at Griswold is absolutely on its way up, and it's going to continue to go that way. If you know the funnel of the kids that are coming in over the next few years, it's going to be something to watch, and definitely a staple for sports here in Griswold. Same thing with Plainfield. I mean, they're having one of their better years that they've had in a long time. They are 7-6, knocking on the door of a state playoff berth. So congratulations to them. We are going to see them tonight as well as they take on Wheeler, and that'll be at 7 o'clock. That'll be on the SNSN Sports Facebook pages. And on the SNSN YouTube page will be Griswold against Wheeler. Griswold against Stonington. They're not too far apart, so I get them messed up. Brian Culpin, Mr. Chaos. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. How about you?
I'm doing all right. So we have you on.
Cold now that we're back in Houston.
Oh, you're in Houston now.
Yeah, we're in Houston now.
All right. So you just answered the question that I was gonna ask you, because we never really know where the hell you are.
Yeah, I mean, we had a fun winter, as I've rubbed it in your face a few times this past couple
more
weeks.
than a few.
We spent the winter in Puerto Rico. Yeah. When you guys were getting your 18 inches of snow, it was 82 degrees out. I was sitting on my porch talking to you.
Yeah,
but it's cold here in Houston, like everywhere else in the U.S. now. So
is there any snow there?
No. It's not quite that cold. I mean, yesterday was 48 degrees, I want to say.
Right.
But
it was 8.
Coming from the Caribbean and getting thrown into this, I'm miserable.
Well, I won't be too far from you. How long are you going to be in Houston?
We're leaving today, actually. Maybe tomorrow. But yeah, in the next few days.
Where are you heading off to then?
We're heading to Florida. We'll be in the Pensacola area for a few weeks, and then for the month of March. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Gotcha. But I still won't get a chance to see or anything because we're flying into Florida, but we won't be anywhere near you are. So
no, I think you said Tampa, right? Tampa area,
yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
What
do you have? You have
basically in Alabama, where we're going to be.
Gotcha. The Panhandle.
Yeah.
Do you have Elon Musk's internet?
What were you saying? No, I'm running off T-Mobile right now. Why is it not working well?
Yeah, it's pixelating a lot.
Dang. Let me see. If it's not raining, I can move a little closer.
I can still hear you fine. But it's like watching.
Let me see if I can move out.
It's like watching Godzilla. Yeah. I can hear you, and then all of a sudden your lips start to move.
Okay, let me see if I can move closer. It's not raining right now. At least I don't think it is.
Now you look like a bad TikTok video.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, with one of those green screen guys that are doing something, you see some sort of POV statement on top. Yeah, it seems to be a little bit better. There. So one of the things that you and I do, we have done for a while, is we commiserate when it comes to the Boston Red Sox.
Yep. Yeah, the Red Sox, for me, this offseason's been different, right? We all expected them to go all in. I mean, they made the playoffs last year. We expected them to not make at least I didn't expect them to make the playoffs last year.
No,
but
I didn't either.
They're better than we all expected. And I don't remember if they even won a game against the Yankees. I'm pretty sure they got swept or maybe won a game.
They won one. Or no, wait a minute. I
So
don't know.
was it? I think they got swept.
No, they lost 2 in a row.
Yeah. So I don't know. Being that close, I thought that the ownership would finally open up the pocketbook, but it's not all bad. I think they've made some good moves. I think they're actually, and you keep talking me off the cliff here, and I'm kind of buying back into it. I think they may be slightly better than they were last year. Runs are going to be tough to come by. I think their offense is going to struggle. So,
what if? I mean, let's see. Like one of the things, and I know you guys, you and I talked about a lot, was like them getting some sort of bat, in the middle of the lineup, a right-handed bat. They talked about it for 2 years. 2 years. They talked about getting a right-handed bat. They got rid of Devers. Now you got that big void in the lineup. And now they're going to go ahead and they want to get they want to get another bat. They still haven't signed anybody. All of the guys that they look at kind of drift off somewhere else. Bregman's going to St. Louis. Even Eugenio Suarez is going to Cincinnati. I mean, he strikes out a lot.
For an extremely team-friendly deal too. Like they could have had him. What did he sign for 1 year, 15 million?
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the most frustrating part. But you know what? I was thinking about it this morning, and the Yankees almost have it worse. If you look at their offseason, they have been like, I mean, they made it to the ALCS. They only retain Bellinger and didn't do anything else to push them over the edge. So what makes them believe they're going to compete? The only team that I'd say in the AL East that got significantly better is the Orioles, and I think that's going to be potentially bad news for the Red Sox, just because now you're competing with a third team or a fourth team. Rays will be lucky to win 40 games this year, but it's going to be interesting.
What about Toronto with signing Dylan Cease? I don't think I don't think that's a great signing, to be honest with you.
Me neither. He's been up and down. They lost Bichette, which I think it's going to prove to be pretty rough for them. And I think we talked about it. He was a guy that I was hoping the Red Sox would at least, throw an offer out to. Who knows if they even did that?
Yeah, they did. They offered him 3 years at minimum wage and a $50 Dunkin' gift card.
Yeah, and back to you saying that it's been 2 years since we've wanted an impact bat. They've been available. That's the frustrating part too. Is they've had the option to sign these guys. Even Kyle Tucker. I know he ended up going to the Dodgers and
for big money.
Choose the Dodgers over. Yeah, for big money. But he's a guy that the Sox could have done that contract, and they still would have been ahead having the Devers money off the books. It blows my mind. I don't know if Red Sox ownership thinks we're
stupid
fools, or I don't know, pocketing that money and hoping we ride along, I guess.
Plus, they sold the Penguins, so they've Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, I mean, and when they traded Devers, they said this will give us flexibility in the future. Well, it's
the future
a bit, and they haven't done anything with that $330 million. So.
Well, the other thing they always say, and Craig Breslow, who I get a kick out of, he to me looks like a snake oil salesman, but he just says, well, we have interest in so and so. We have interest, so they're not technically lying. They had interest.
Right.
They may want to bring back Sammy Sosa. They have interest in Sammy Sosa. Doesn't mean they're going to sign him.
It's almost become like their identity is that they're the team of interest.
Yeah.
If you follow along with a lot of the different fan bases around the league, nobody takes the Red Sox serious when it comes to free agency. I think they actually made the most trades in the AL East this past offseason. So at least they're making some moves, but they're all budget moves. There's nothing splashy.
I don't care if they trade. If they're going to go ahead and they're going to, first not deplete the farm system completely, or number two, they're going to go ahead and make the team better, which I don't know. I see some of the signings. Some of these, like, who the hell's Vinny Natoli?
Yeah, yeah. You know, I had
He's 35 years
this
old.
article pulled up.
They're saying, oh, he's got a 2.74 career or ERA. Well, if he's that freaking good, then why didn't somebody else sign him and to a major league deal?
Right. Yeah, and losing Bregman. I know you weren't too high up on Bregman,
Yeah,
but
I didn't think he was all that. You did though.
Dobbins, that was a painful. I did. So Bregman to me, he does a lot of the underappreciated thing. Obviously, he's a top 5 third baseman defensively. Um, he didn't. He got hurt for a big chunk of last season, and he still almost hit 20 home runs. His average was lower than typical, but I also felt like he was the one guy in the lineup outside of Roman Anthony, which who knows what we have with Roman Anthony. I think he's gonna be great.
You got a stud in Roman Anthony.
Yeah. If he can stay healthy, which we'll see. But Bregman, to me, he was just solid all around, and he was a fearful bat. Like nobody wanted to face that guy when the game is on the line, bases loaded, man on second, or whatever. He usually came through, and he came through with the Houston Astros. He came through with
Right.
us, so he has that clutch factor in him that I liked.
So who's going to play third?
But now we're
Marcelo
back to
Mayer.
Yeah, it's going to be Marcelo.
And then you're going to probably they're
Which-
probably going to go with Christian Campbell at second.
and then Tristan Casas at first, right? Or Contreras.
So
Contreras.
if Tristan Casas doesn't get like a hangnail, or something, that would be, very much like the twerpy, kind of injury.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he can. I think he can hit 30, 35.
Well, he hit
He can be your
25 home runs.
3100 guy, but I also think that Roman Anthony could be 25-100. You got Wilyer Abreu,
Yeah,
who
I mean,
in
I've heard
limited
40
time hit
40 to
22 home
50.
runs.
Yeah, I mean Tristan Casas, he's a blessing and a curse for us. He has that potential. That carrot is always going to dangle over our heads, whether or not it ever actually pans out, other than his rookie year, which I told you it's been what 3 years since that monster year he had.
Yeah.
So at some point
And
they're
he's
going to have to make a
second-year
decision
player.
and decide that.
He's a second half player too. So
Yeah. But and to your point, last year before he got hurt, he was having a miserable year. And I remember thinking when he was last year the year he got hurt running to first base. No, right? The last year was he just
no, that was the year
pulled
before.
himself out of the game or something, and then so last year was the year when he got hurt. I thought it was one of those I'm going to take a break for a little bit and kind of regain my thoughts type injury, not a serious injury, and then it turns into season ending. So yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys where he has the potential. I don't think he'll ever reach the potential with the Red Sox. I think he'll end up going to like the Pittsburgh Pirates or something like that and end up hitting 50 home runs, and we're all jealous of it type of player.
Do you know the last time we traded a first baseman, what happened, right?
Last time we traded a first baseman, who was it?
I mean, an everyday first baseman.
Adrian Gonzalez? I'm trying to think of who it would have been.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess, but I totally forgot about him. Forgot about him.
Did end up winning the World Series the next year, right?
Yeah, and then he faded to black. So,
yeah, he fell off a cliff.
So no, here's a guy. He went to Xavier High School. That I'm talking about in Connecticut. Jeff Bagwell.
Who was it? Oh, okay. Yeah, turned into a Hall of Famer. But
yeah, they got a
and I can totally see that. Can totally see that happening with Tristan Casas. Totally see. He has all the talent in the world, but he just, I don't know. He's quirky too. He always has his shirt off and no shoes on the field before the game, doing yoga, and
I still think you got Wilyer Abreu is going to be 3,100. I really do. I think, if he stays healthy, you're going to get 30 home runs and 100 RBIs out of that cat and a Gold Glove.
Yeah. Romy Gonzalez too, right? Am I saying that right?
So Romy is an infielder. He'll play around. He's one of those super utility guys. Huh?
He contributed a lot last year, though.
Yeah.
305 average.
Yeah, he's one of those super utility guys. I mean, he could be your third baseman. He played a lot of third base last year. He can play second. He can play first. I mean,
one position that I'm really surprised we didn't address was catcher this year.
Oh, the carousel of catcher? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Carlos Narvaez, it's obviously his job. Connor Wong was kind of phased out last year big time. I mean, his numbers were down across the board. But then they gave Connor Wong another contract this year, which was, I guess, to be backup. But that's a position that has really been a hole since we got rid of Christian Vasquez.
Weren't they looking to bringing him back?
Yeah, last year was it at the deadline or down the road? I don't remember if Narvaez got hurt or Wong. I think Wong got hurt, so they just didn't have a solid backup.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, first base has been a hole since Tristan Casas has been on board. Like I said, partially because the Red Sox really want him to work out. And catcher has been another really rough position for us. But I do think we're in better shape than the Yankees.
Yankees got a lot of power hitters. They got a lot of big bats, but they don't really have a lot past that, do they?
Their pitching. No, their pitching is, I mean, assuming Garrett Cole comes back and pitches to the level that he's capable of, they'll be better off, but that's not a guarantee. I think it's most likely he will, but I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't either, or if he's not back till June. Who knows? I don't even know his status, but I know their pitching was rough last year and it didn't get any better this year. Toronto, you'd think they took a slight step back. I mean, they got Dylan Cease, but they lost one of their clutch bats, but I ran through, it's funny. I don't know if you use AI at all, but I asked ChatGPT to give me win projections. It has almost every team in the AL East at 88 to 91 wins. It's going to be a competitive year.
Do you think so?
Assuming the Orioles don't do what they did last year. I mean, nobody saw the Orioles struggling last year.
No.
Right? I didn't. I thought they were going to be a wild card team at the very least, possibly even fighting for the division, and they end up 70 wins, if that.
So let's see. What is the ChatGPT prediction of the day? Hold on, let's see. Who is going to win the American League East in Major League Baseball?
I'll be curious to see if you get a different answer than I got.
It says the most likely favorite is the New York Yankees.
Really? So when I did it, it said Toronto. That's interesting.
Yeah. Then it says, okay. It says it's giving them high-end pitching. I guess they're really putting a lot of stuff in Garrett Cole. Biggest challenger, Baltimore. So you to your point, you talked about Baltimore, really upgrading. The dark horse is the Toronto Blue Jays. The sleeper chaos team is Tampa.
And so the Red Sox aren't even mentioned.
Tough spot, Boston Red Sox. Says the Sox are improving, but still feel like a year away unless everything breaks right. They're always a year away. You're always a year away. Says Yankees by a slim margin, but I'd say the Orioles are right there, and it could come down to the final week.
So the Yankees, I don't see it. I'm looking at who they got.
I mean, if
don't know.
they're in the game,
So
and
they signed
they
Paul
do
Black.
some, huh?
They signed Paul Blackburn.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a re-sign. They had him already. So the only
They're looking at
acquisition they
Goldschmidt
got for
again.
pitching was.
They're looking at Goldschmidt.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a
again.
free agent. Didn't he retire? I thought he retired.
I don't think so. There's still a lot of free agents.
There are. So the only addition the Yankees got for pitching was Ryan Weathers. I mean, he's a somewhat new to the league. I mean, he's got 281 innings pitched. Last year, he only pitched 38 innings. Started 8 games.
So let's get back to the Red Sox for a minute. I got one more question for you. Just want to see, because spring training is coming up pretty soon, and just want to see where you think they're going to be at. Who do you think is going to be their leadoff hitter?
I think it's going to be Jarren Duran. I think it should be Duran. I know there's a lot of rumors that it's going to be. I feel like he's third or fourth in this lineup. I mean, who's going to hit cleanup if he doesn't hit cleanup?
They already said cleanup was going to be the guy they got from St. Louis, the first baseman.
I mean,
AC already said that.
Okay, so he's gonna. So Anthony's
the big impact bat. They're big impact bat.
That's such a. I don't know. Let's try not to be negative, but having Contreras as your cleanup hitter does not really sound like a winning team to me.
Cora already said
he's solid. It's
Willie Contreras is your cleanup guy. Who's
25 home runs last year, and I think.
Contreras hit 23,
Roman Anthony
last year?
20. He hit 20.
I thought he only hit 20. Yeah, impact.
20 home runs, 257 average.
Ooh, impact bat.
He does get on base. It's 344 clip, but you don't really care about walks as your cleanup hitter. But third, I mean, it's probably going to be Trevor Story, right? Unless you put him fifth for protection for Contreras, but
I was thinking fifth for him, but I was also thinking third for Abreu.
Yeah, and then I mean, I just like having speed at the top of the lineup, and I know Roman Anthony's allegedly not slow, but he's not Jarren Duran's fast.
Oh no, I think Jarren Duran is locked in for the leadoff role. And if they don't put Roman Anthony second, then I think they drop him to 7 or 8.
Which would be, I think that would be a temporary move. I think if they want to get his confidence, get his feet back underneath him after his injury, that would make sense. But I think eventually he'll find himself either at the top of the lineup or in fifth or third.
Fifth is a good spot. He hit 292 last year in his first year. So.
Yeah, I mean, and him batting fifth will definitely let Contreras see better pitches, because nobody's going to want to pitch around Contreras to get to Roman Anthony. It's just not going to happen.
True. All right, so we'll
help him.
We'll do some more Red Sox stuff, coming on down. But we'll find out where you are next in
sounds good
in your world as far as traveling. Never know. Where's Colton going to be this week? I mean, just really in the last week,
it's been an
you
adventure.
were in Puerto Rico, and then you were in Florida, and now you're in Houston, and now you're going back to Florida. Simmer down.
Now, most of that travel was by plane. So
simmer.
And next in about a week, we'll be in Seattle for about 2 weeks. So visiting my parents and sister. So
gotcha.
So,
all right,
it's
time to get out of here. Brian, thanks for joining us. We'll be talking, when the Red Sox pick up another crap player.
Sounds good.
All right, happy Happy safe travels to you, sir.
Thank you.
And we'll
Take
see
care.
you soon. All right, so tonight, don't forget, 2 games simultaneously, Griswold and Stonington at 7 o'clock on our YouTube page, and then it's going to be Wheeler and Plainfield on our Facebook pages. So, and the reason is basically Braden Marquis is going to hit, he's going to get point number 1,000. He only needs 1 bucket, so he's definitely going to get it. He almost got it in Putnam, but he's going to get it tonight in Wheeler. So we'll see you tonight. Thank you for joining us here on SNSN Sports.